Hey, I'm Brendan, and today we are checking out the Merlin Ranton 2 D3O gloves coming in at 80 buckaroos. This is going to be a mid-cuff winter-oriented glove. You do have some insulation on the back of the hand, and then the palm side is going to be a cowhide leather right here, and it is a completely waterproof glove as well. All at 80 bucks, really not bad for Merlin. I like what they've been doing lately with their gear. It's more economically priced, but they focus a lot with the overall style, and a lot of pieces have excellent protection incorporated as well, hence the D3O knuckle that we've got here. But before we get going, let's talk about the overall fit real fast before we dive into all the details. I typically measure about 8.75 inches around the full circumference of my hand, and I typically wear a size large. Large is fitting me spot on in these gloves. I would certainly say they are running true to what that sizing chart is going to recommend. So I'd say go with your typical glove size. If you're not sure what that is in the moto world, get your measurements, reference the sizing chart, and you should be all set there. Now keep in mind, at 80 bucks, these will ship to you for free. And as always, we do have our price match policy in place that is there to ensure you're getting the best deal around, so take advantage of that. Main construction, Halley Stevensons waxed cotton. This is a very unique material. I really like this stuff when I see it because I think the overall style is pretty neat. Kind of see this in the cafe racer, bobber, kind of sportster world, chopped up sportsters and things like that. But I really like the overall styling that it brings to the table. And let's talk about single Velcro entry here, and it is a mid-cuff. You've got a little bit of coverage over the ulna, and that's why we call it a mid-cuff and not a short cuff, because you do have that additional coverage in this particular area. We do have some RevZilla on the top of the hand, and they position it on the top of the hand and not the bottom of the hand because that's where, you know, most of the cold weather and the rain and things like that are going to be hitting the top of the hand, so you want a little bit of insulation in this particular area. And by removing it from the palm side, well, now you can utilize your heated grips, and you're going to feel the transfer of that heat to your hands a little bit better. So that's why they do that, in case you're wondering. Whereas, you know, snowboarding gloves and ski gloves, things like that, well, you've got the insulation throughout the entire hand. Well, you don't really necessarily need that for the moto world. Let's keep it moving though. D3O knuckle right here. It's a suede material surrounding that. This is going to be like an olive color that they're referring to it. We also have the black version over there that is available as well. And D3O knuckle, very comfortable, nice impact protection, moves very well with the hand as you're manipulating your controls. As we continue swinging down the fingers here, you can see more of that Halley Stevensons, a little bit of suede right here, a little bit of accordion on the index. Typically we like to see it on the second finger as well, so I can manipulate my controls a little bit easier, but nothing feels restrictive, so certainly not going to knock that one too hard. And you can see a little bit more of that suede material on the top of that finger there. Then we've got a little bit of accordion on the thumb there just to give it a little additional flexibility. And working our way to the inside of the hand here. Typically on the palm side, we like to see this with goat leather because it's just a little bit more tactile, makes feel of your controls a little bit better. This doesn't feel overly thick, and I don't feel like it's restricting my feel that much, but I would have preferred goat leather in this particular area. But we do get touch tech capability at the index finger as well as the thumb. Nice large patch here. I normally look for it on the tips of the finger because it makes pinching and zooming when I'm utilizing my phone to zoom into navigation and just check the map. Makes it a little bit easier, but these patches are fairly large, so you can still do that pretty easily. Then we got a little bit of suede right here, reinforcement in this particular area. This is a high wear area, always nice to see that. And then we've got some coverage on this outer seam, a little bit of a gap there, not by much. You know, it is our instinct to put our hands out in front of us to brace for impact if we're coming off the bike, even though you really shouldn't do that. You should tuck them into your chest, but it's not your natural instinct, unfortunately. So it is nice to have a little bit of coverage here, and at this price point, at $80, we don't always see coverage on that outer seam. So we've got some coverage there. It's not fully covered, and we've got some additional suede right there towards the base of the palm. Would have been nice to get a little bit of foam padding or something like that for that particular area. And it is a little bit padded, but I think a little bit more would have been certainly beneficial. But overall, at $80, I've got a waterproof glove that is utilizing a Hypora, or you might see a little tag that says Simtex on it as well. So it's either going to be Hypora Simtex as they transitioned into another waterproofing. However, both of those, Hypora and the Simtex, are offering the same levels of breathability and waterproof capability. So If you do see a different tag there, that's the reason why. But I've got a glove with waterproof protection. It's got 120 grams of Thinsulate on the back of the hand. It's a short cuff. I've got D3O armor here. I've got touch tech capability, all at 80 bucks. That's a little bit on the rare side of the spectrum here when you start looking at alternative options within the market. So I like the overall styling as well. And I think comparatively speaking, from the old generation here, they certainly made some nice improvements, moving that Velcro strap to the inside of the hand. And just the overall styling, I think, is improved dramatically, and I think the fit is a little bit better as well. So I think they did an excellent job on the Ranton 2 glove here, and at 80 bucks, I can't see too many people being upset with the versatility and the capabilities that they bring to the table with this one. If you're looking for a full gauntlet style, but you like the features here, check out the Ranger as an alternative. That one's still only 120 bucks, but it gives you that full gauntlet style here with a lot of similar features. If you're looking for more details, click that info button. That's going to take you over to the product page where you can take a closer look at this. And as always, if you have any additional questions for us, please do not hesitate to reach out to our customer service team. They're all riders, more than happy to get you pointed in the right direction. Thanks for hanging out with me for a bit and taking a closer look at the Merlin Ranton 2 gloves. I'm Brandon. Keep it pinned.